Statement of purpose for MS in Management Information Systems. Management Information Systems is a rapidly emerging field. What started years ago with manual systems like customer databases and catalogs has evolved into modern concepts such as predictive data mining. Rapid developments in the field of information management have left me fascinated with MS. Having worked in SAP ABAP for over 2 years and having gained in-depth knowledge of its importance in business applications, I feel that I am ready to move forward in the field of MS. To keep up with the advancements in this field and prepare myself to meet the demanding standards of this industry, I wish to pursue a graduate program in Management Information Systems from your esteemed university. In my high school, my keen interest in logically oriented subjects led me to take up mathematics, physics, and chemistry as my major subjects. In my 12th grade, as part of my physics project, I had constructed logic gates and simple latches using basic circuit elements and was greatly amazed by the potential of the electrical and electronic stream. Subsequently, I topped my school in the 10th and 12th grade, securing 87.2% and 90% respectively. During my undergraduate studies at Birla Institute of Technology, Ranchi, I was excited by the diversity of the field of electronics and instrumentation engineering. In my bachelor program, the courses like network analysis, signals and systems, microprocessors and microcontroller, VLSI technology and design and process control helped me learn the aspects of system implementation. On the other hand, courses like data structure, operating system, C, C++, Java, data communication and computer network helped me understand how the concepts of computers are applied to practical systems in day-to-day life. During the course of my study, I also learned to program in embedded systems, which in turn fascinated me to apply the concept in my major project, voice recognition robotic car based on voice recognition algorithm. The project uses components such as 2.2 or higher version Android phone, Bluetooth, a VR, battery, motor driver and an LCD for output. The Bluetooth module AUBTM20 is configured using the terminal software. The Bluetooth module receives a signal from Android phone using an application CELLBOTS. The received signal goes to the microcontroller which controls the motion of robotic car connected to 1293D, whose output is in turn connected to BO motors that depend on RPM, and this will show the required result on alphanumeric LCD. To supplement my learning from the project, I underwent training on RailNet, networking hub, server, switch, and electronic exchange working at Western Railway Ratlam Division. I also underwent training in C, C++, Java, MATLAB, VLSI, PLC and embedded systems. After my undergraduate program, I joined Tata Consultancy Services Limited. During my ILP, initial learning process, I stood amongst the top 10 students who got to choose their preferred technology for learning. Subsequently, I learned Java, testing, SQL, and DBMS. Later, based on my Java programming skills, I was selected in British Gas, leading oil and gas company, for training in SAP ABAP. In my 2+ years experience in SAP ABAP, I have worked on reports including classical, interactive and object-oriented reports, dialogue interface including BDC, BAPI, and IDOC, data dictionary, smart forms, module pool, enhancements including user exits, BADI, SAP performance tuning and troubleshooting. I have also worked on few complex objects such as contract copy, a program for adding new line items and updating the net price of line items. Apart from SAP ABAP, I have also worked in Material Management Module, and received appreciations from clients as well as from our functional bodies. Now, after having acquired the basic aptitude, skills, knowledge and work experience in the field of information system, I feel this is the apt time to pursue my graduate study in the field of my interest and strongly believe that my aptitude and aspirations find a terrific match in your program. Browsing the pages of your university's website, I find myself certain that pursuing this program is the ideal step for my academic as well as professional career. After researching on the courses offered by the Department of Computer Information Systems at your university, I have decided to apply for the master's program in Management in Information Systems at X, Singapore. Given the confluence of my personal and professional interests, my goal is to obtain a master's degree and then to work in an IT-related industry. When I have gathered enough experience and skills, I plan to launch a consulting company of my own. Attending a Master of Science in MIS program will enable me to carve a niche for myself in the industry along with deepening my expertise and broadening my perspective. Thus, I sincerely request the esteemed admission committee to favorably consider my application and provide me with a suitable platform for the attainment of success in my desired field. Sample SOP for MS in Electrical Engineering. My career aspirations are not childhood dreams but rather a work of consistent absorption of knowledge and learning about my interest domain. It was all about finding my path, and the journey started from my curiosity about semiconductors. Growing curiosity and a normal penchant for science and especially physics and mathematics saw me opting for electrical and electronics engineering for my undergraduation at X University, Delhi. From then started my understanding of the domain, which slowly and gradually grew into admiration and then a strong passion in power systems. Now, with the help of a master's degree in the chosen discipline from the ABC University, USA, I want to realize my aspiration of contributing to the area power systems in the electronics domain. Pursuing electrical and electronics engineering was by far the wisest decision of my life, for the subjects fell within the natural scope of things in my life. I was able to assimilate the information and readily implement the same in a variety of projects. While my performance was good in subjects throughout my graduation, I was effectively fascinated by power systems. Due to the strong affliction for power systems, I worked on my major project on power system. The project completed under the mentorship of Professor Bakshi, excellent appreciation and a bravo from the organization, further instilling in me the confidence to keep working in the domain. More importantly, the work also presented to me the wide possibilities of the technology and left me desirous of learning more. The strong inclination guided me in the last semester as well when I opted for back-end courses on power systems. Learning about power systems, I knew I wished to make a career within the said domain and decided that I would gain a better understanding by pursuing masters in electrical engineering and becoming an expert within the sector. My humble beginnings offered me a modest living amidst strong respect for academic excellence. My grandfather, an English teacher, would often take out time to condition my mind and encourage me to take the path of education. Supported by equally informed parents, I succeeded throughout my school years in every domain. Such has been my journey that I have the honor of being the captain of the cricket tournament school team. Moving with such a feathered cap, my graduation year was bound to have an illustrious tenure, and as promised, it was. Like in school, I was as active as I could be both in and out of the class in the college as well. From being the class representative to the organizer of the Freshers Induction Program for the 2016-17 batch, I ensured that I was always where the action was. My technical aptitude and acumen put me in the top place, and I was the designated event coordinator of the technical paper presentation during the college's cultural festival. My participation further added to my mental aptitude with the skills like teamwork and leadership. Assisted by such attributes, I moved on towards my career choice and opted for a job which would help me with my aspirations. The experiences further gave me the opportunity which further ensured that I was selected in and joined PQRS Industries, Mumbai as an engineer. Over the past year, I have extensively led teams and learned the art of adoption, execution, direction, and implementation. My performance soon gave my manager the confidence and I was allowed to lead the team all by myself while my manager was transferred to another unit. My ability to handle the team, manage the technology and most importantly handle the various challenges has won me recognition in the organization. This gave me a lot of opportunities to grow in my career. Based on my experiences, I have learned the need for learning something new and relevant as well as practicing to innovate in the field. I believe that I have now reached the stage where I must now further enrich my knowledge. After my master's, I would work as a senior engineer in a firm like my current employer where I would be able to put together my fresh academic knowledge and old professional experience. It gives me great satisfaction in applying my knowledge, which I have learned until now, to develop further understanding and solving practical problems. For me, no other profession promises creative satisfaction and intellectual independence, like the industry I am presently in, does. 10 years down the line, I see myself working as part of a leading research group, contributing my bit to the field of power engineering. I now seek to further delve into the research division of the technology and bring myself to the level of expertise in design verification and validation. Moving on to ABC University, USA. I seek to enrich my understanding level and gain the necessary understanding of the latest in power systems. I am competent and confident for the same and strongly believe that masters at this juncture would give me the necessary push and momentum that would hasten my steps towards my aspired career of an expert. The master's program in electrical engineering with special emphasis on power systems offered by your university is the perfect match for my career aspirations. I am impressed by the extensive curriculum and the excellent peer network the institute offers. More importantly, I am particularly keen on ongoing research on power systems and look forward to learning. I am also rather excited about the electrical lab at the university and the excellent infrastructure which would assist me in my aspirations to carry on my independent research. To sum up, I have the skill and the aspirations and now seek the right platform to move towards my goals, and your university provides me with the same. Statement of purpose. With an aim to be an instrumental part of the electronics industry. I undertook my undergraduate degree in electronics and telecommunication engineering from the reputed SMT Kashibai Naval College of Engineering affiliated to University of Pune. My academic background in electronics and telecommunication engineering coupled with my innate interest to explore the nuances of the industry. I have realized and observed a drastic yet consistent sophistication in the electronic products and services across the world. My exposure to the development and functioning of products and services like high-definition TV infrastructure, mobiles, tablets, broadband internet services, satellite broadcasting and GPS technique has intrigued me to the core and led me to believe that there is much more to create, explore and discover in this field. Thus, my decision to now pursue my graduate degree in electronics and communications seems the most logical extension of my academic career. During my undergraduate study, amongst the subjects I was exposed to, courses like digital signal processing, computer networks, mobile communication, and telecommunication switching system enthralled me. Also, emphasis on practical sessions based on coding and modulation techniques, spectrum analyzer, digital storage oscilloscope, MATLAB software and networks greatly enhanced my interest in the field of communication. I have always garnered an interest in developing projects that positively affect the society as a whole. Pursuing my interest, in my third year of undergraduation, I, along with my team members, developed the project Advanced Bus Tracking System and Management for Passengers. The project involved a system that displayed inside the bus as well as on the platform the nearest and approaching buses, stations and approximate distances between stations. For this, we deployed use of AT89C51 microcontroller and CC2500 transceiver. My role in the project was to design the circuit and the printed circuit board, PCB, using Proteus software. Moreover, we developed, simulated, and implemented the code of the project using Kyle software. In India, where population density of people and buses is very high, the project instantly clicked with the passengers while testing with the transportation department. Later, the project, Advanced Bus Tracking System and Management for Passengers, advanced into more people-centric, smart passenger assistance system with advanced bus security, based on embedded system and wireless communication. As part of this project, the safety systems in the bus sent warning messages to emergency numbers in case of accident and fire. Here, we used the Arduino platform and designed the circuit and the printed circuit board, PCB, using Eagle software to make the system even more versatile. During this project, I learned extensively about sensors, GPS and GSM technologies. This project led me to visit Bharat Sanchar Nigam Limited, BSNL, India's largest telephone company, and Prasar Bharati, Doordarshan, the oldest and largest public broadcaster, to gain first-hand experience of these technologies. The scale at which the various baseband systems employed in the reception and transmission processes of real-time data work captivated me. I also gained a whole new perspective about antenna and wave propagation system. I am currently undergoing training at BSNL, where I have learned the basic concepts of telecommunications. As part of this training, I also aim at learning different technologies involved in current generation telecommunications products. My long-term goal is to work in the research and development sector, where I want to develop product designs with high efficiency and productivity which will prove beneficial for society. I believe pursuing MS in telecommunications and network engineering will lead me towards fulfillment of my career goal. At University of ABC, I would expand on my technical horizons by learning from theoretical courses like wireless, cellular and personal telecommunications, fiber optics, and network security. I would also expose myself to the practical aspects of telecommunications by working at the Antenna Lab and Wireless Systems Lab. The research being undertaken in the field of antenna design and wireless communications is closely aligned with my interests. The opportunity to work and study under Professor ABC and Professor X will serve to enhance my understanding of the subject and give me the edge I require to become a successful engineer in this field. If given an opportunity, I assure you my dedication, diligence and my desire to excel would allow me to make a remarkable contribution to the university. I look forward to a positive response from the admission committee. Statement of purpose. There is hardly any field where science of data analysis has not made its presence felt. The art of processing and understanding the humongous amount of data can help in effective decision-making, leading to implementation of more innovative ideas for successful outcomes. Being an engineer with considerable experience in digital data and analysis, I find the field of data science quite fascinating, for it effectively blends technological expertise with human logic. After working for a client in manufacturing domain and learning about new concepts like statistical methods and predictive modeling, I stoutly felt the need for concrete knowledge in this field, which became my prime motivation to pursue my higher education in Masters in Data Analytics. With this program, I intend to learn the best tools of analytics and imbibe necessary skills that are required for effective utilization of data. My goal is to start a new career in my country as a data scientist or data analyst with best figures. I would also like to challenge myself in next few years by staying updated and working close to technology. The roots of my interest in the field of analytics digs down to my school days when I was fascinated with mathematics and physics subjects. Their implementation in real-life processes intrigued me a lot. I used to stay a long time with my faculty till the time I got the reason behind phenomena. As a result, I developed analytical skills at an early age. During my undergraduate degree in electronics and communication engineering from XXX University, I diverted to programming language in #C and #MATLAB right from the starting. Although it was not my major area of study, I developed a strong and deep insight in the subjects like operating system, algorithms, computer administration, etc. Data signal processing and digital image processing as the core subjects were even more interesting as they deal with processing of an image and audio signals. They also deal in improving and disproving the quality using mathematical equations, predicting the missing part of image using predictive analysis. Helped me in building a strong analytical background. With my zeal and passion towards information technology, I joined a corporate company into the role of Assistant System Engineer, ASE. After getting trained in Java and SQL, I started working with the client FCA, Fiat Chrysler Automobiles. From then I started working on real-timer technical data. My role was to collect the huge data from the database server, filter the given requirements as per BRD and analyze the data by understanding the business requirements. After that I was required to extract the solution for given problem or given innovative solution for business growth. This project not only gave me better understanding of business and processes but also helped me in improving my analytical skills day by day. Now with around 2.3 years of experience, I feel this is the right time to upgrade my knowledge of data analytics by pursuing a full-time course. I believe this course will equip me with latest trends, data tools and upcoming processes. This program will also help me in improving my knowledge in R, Python, supervised and unsupervised algorithms, etc. Having zeal and enthusiasm to study masters in abroad, I sorted out few options available and found few programs in USA, Ireland and UK. I opted out USA due to its instability and Ireland as it has lesser job opportunities compared to UK. UK has wider job opportunities in multiple domains like financial, manufacturing, automobile, banking, healthcare, hotel management, etc., where analytics had a wider scope in development. UK is also one of the largest destinations for international students, providing the high-quality study for value of money. Course duration for masters in UK universities is only 1 year, mostly, which will save both my time and money. Moreover, the practical approach of study will provide me more exposure to real-time work environment. I am quite confident that this friendly practical approach of study, which is more goal-oriented, will help me stand out of the crowd, brightening my career opportunities in top MNCs on return to my home country. Considering my career goals, I have chosen YYY University, which is one of the leading educational institutions in UK. The course curriculum includes data mining, advanced data analytics, data visualization, etc., which are pretty much helpful for strong data science background. I look forward to the predictive analysis and data-driven decision-making for machine learning models for predicting the data. Apart from the strong foundation courses offered, diverse elective programs will provide me greater insight into different industrial domains. Also, implementing theoretical concept on the capstone project while working with real-time data would greatly help in future endeavors and make me job ready. Studying at your university would surely help me refresh all my analytical skills gained through my experience so far and try to work out on more practical knowledge gained at the university. I am sure that your university will fulfill all my digs in the subjects so far and clear the path for a great career ahead. Statement of purpose. My decision to pursue master's program in business analytics has emanated from my immense interest in the field of technology and its impact on business management. It amazes me how people use their analytical skills to gauge their past business performance and make business plans for future. This art of understanding business performance and developing new insights using statistical methods and data has inspired me to specialize in business analytics by pursuing master's program at your university. With this degree, I aspire to gain mastery over statistical and analytical tools and decision making. Right from my high school, business-related subjects fascinated me. Even I found myself curious enough to know more about various businessmen and how they led their businesses in well-organized way. Being impressed with their successes, I always wanted to know about their business approaches. As I was keen to get more knowledge about this subject, I purposely selected Bachelor of Commerce as undergraduate degree, in which most of the subjects were related to business management. During undergraduation, I found myself more interested in business information systems and information technology. I realized that technology also plays a great role in making right business decisions. Soon after undergraduation, I got an opportunity to enter corporate world and gain practical knowledge in the field of information technology and business information systems. I joined X Company as junior assistant. This role allowed me to interact with business management people and derive business ideas. At the same time, my interest was also towards understanding about computer systems. Thus, I joined part-time computer applications course as postgraduate degree in a reputed institution in my country. During this time, I worked and studied simultaneously. During my entire professional journey, I worked in many multinational companies and gained more than 12 years of experience in ERP software. At present, I am working with Y Company as senior consultant. My role requires me to get involved in all phases of software lifecycle like requirement gathering, design and planning, analysis, development, case study and interaction with client. Over the years, my experience in the field of information systems has increased by leaps and bounds as along with official projects. I attended various workshops, seminars and conferences. However, in order to compete with information technology industry, I wish to upgrade my skills in the field of business analytics by pursuing master's program. I believe this formal degree will help me to gain a deeper knowledge on improving business performance, creating effective business plans and acquiring more ideas on information systems and latest analytical tools. After a thorough research and discussion with many people in regard to my higher studies, I found that Australia is the best place to study. Australia's education system is recognized worldwide and maintains high standards. Learning in such a place will boost my career perspective. Apart from this, the safe, secure and peaceful environment makes it an ideal study destination for an international student like me. I am eager to experience the diversity in Australia by networking with multicultural peer group. I will also get a chance to exchange thoughts and ideas with people from different nationalities and cultural orientations. I am sure All these experiences will be learning for a lifetime. I chose your university for my master's studies as it is among top-ranked international universities with ranks 3rd in the state of Victoria and 12th university in Australia. Being the largest campus in the Southern Hemisphere, the university offers many facilities such as library, restaurants, shops, banks and an art gallery. The Melbourne Wildlife Sanctuary is also part of the university. On the campus grounds, there are various sporting and recreation facilities such as indoor stadiums, swimming pool, playing fields, gym and training facilities for football. Apart from all these facilities, what actually attracts me towards the university is its well-structured curriculum, which will help me gain insight about latest trends and technologies. I will also get deeper knowledge on how to organize a team, information, business processes and information technology, thereby improving productivity, decision-making, problem-solving, communicating and coordinating. This specialized learning will further guide me to take important decisions in the industry and implement innovative process in my country. I believe studying at your university, which provides high education standard at an international level, will be an added advantage to my credentials. The association with the university will allow me to attain astonishing opportunity to strengthen my career, focus on diversity and multicultural concerns and acquire knowledge in business analytics field with global mindset. I will be grateful if I will be accorded with an opportunity to pursue master's program in business analytics at your revered university. My goal is to combine my background in physics and mathematics with experimental neuroscience to build quantitative models of how brains work. As a child, I fell in love with mathematical problem solving, but it was not until college that I knew what to do with that love. I considered several majors in my first few semesters at USC. But my persistent question, yes, but how does that work, eventually led me to the physics department and an electricity and magnetism course with Dr. Paolo Zanardi. Using the mathematical problem solving that I reveled in, we explored the physical mechanisms behind magnets, sunsets, and a wealth of fascinating natural phenomena. The uncompromising inquisitiveness of physics resonated with my own curiosity, and I was hooked. I became especially interested in the physical basis of information processing and joined Drive, Zanardi's quantum information theory group in Torino, Italy the following summer under a USC Provost Research Fellowship. Through calculations and simulations, we sought to define an appropriate concept of thermal equilibrium in quantum mechanics. I learned a great deal about milking mathematical models and simulations for physical results. But most importantly, the excitement of constructing a new theory convinced me that I wanted to spend the rest of my life doing science, combined with a desire to inspire other students as Dr. Zanardi had done for me. I knew then I wanted to become a professor. It struck me that while I and other researchers grappled with the fundamental limits of computation, we still lacked a deep understanding of the very information processor that enabled us to do so, the human brain. When I thought about math, which neurons fired? How were the things I learn embodied in my brain? Was it possible to understand the physical basis of the human mind just as we understand a magnet or sunset? I searched for a neuroscience group at USC who might have need of a physicist and soon found Dr. Ted Berger's group, who were having an issue with their simulations of neural synapses. Their numerical integration algorithm was having trouble with the multiple timescales present in biological dynamics. And I discovered the source of this difficulty and proposed an adaptive algorithm to significantly speed up simulations. I also assisted a graduate student in building compartmental models of hippocampal neurons, gaining valuable experience in using the simulation package Neuron. Trading lessons in differential equations for explanations of AMPA dynamics, I also rapidly expanded my budding knowledge of modern neuroscience. Working with the Berger Group confirmed to me that, 1. It was indeed possible to understand the physical basis of the brain. 2. A background in physics and mathematics was quite useful in doing so. And 3. Seeking to understand the biophysical mechanisms of neural computation was exactly the science I wanted to do. Since then, I have pursued neuroscience and physics in parallel. Neuroscience for the questions that drive me, and physics to better understand the physical basis of information processing and hone my ability to build and analyze mathematical models. I spent the first half of summer 2010 at the Institute for Quantum Computing, IQC, in Waterloo, Ontario, working with Dr. Andrew Childs on the proof of a mathematical theorem that we felt might lead to new algorithms for quantum computers. Over 6 weeks, drive. Childs and I iterated between provisional theorems and test cases generated by a computer program I had written, converged on a candidate for the theorem, and found our proof. I gave an IQC colloquium on our findings, and Dr. Childs and I are currently working on a generalization of our result for publication. Beyond offering new tools of analysis, my physics research has also influenced my neuroscience by giving me a visceral understanding of the play between theory, simulation, and experiment, and how to iterate between them. Seeking additional neuroscience experience beyond USC, I spent the rest of summer 2010 at Stanford working with Dr. Kwabena Boahen's Brains in Silicon Group through the sponsorship of the Amgen Scholars Program. My project was to investigate suitable conditions for the existence of a neural network substructure called a SynFire chain that has been theoretically predicted to increase the reliability of spatially and temporally patterned responses. The goal of this line of research is to aid the experimental search for SynFire chains by making predictions of their signature activity patterns as well as which regions of the brain are most likely to exhibit them. Using calculations and simulations, I investigated locally and globally connected neural network models chosen for their biological plausibility through consultations with one of Dr. Boahen's experimental neuroscience students. By simplifying SynFire chain formation into a Markov process, I found that learning rules and past activity play a crucial role in the development of computationally useful SynFire chains, and presented my findings at the Stanford Amgen Scholars Symposium. In addition to granting me confidence in pursuing graduate research, my project conveyed to me the subtleties and importance of collaborations with experimental neuroscientists to build biologically realistic yet mathematically tractable models. An approach that I will continue to emphasize throughout my career. Currently, I am working with USC Professor Bartlett Mell to understand how brains rapidly and robustly encode information presented only once. In particular, we are investigating the optimal dendrite morphology for memory capacity during one-shot learning tasks and studying how the optimal morphology varies with input features such as noise and density of activation. We hypothesize that dendrite morphology is optimized to shift response variability to a regime efficient for memory capacity. We are also exploring various definitions of memory capacity and the connections between them. One of Dr. Mell's students has amassed a collection of simulation data, and my role is to build mathematical models that help explain his results, enable analytic calculations of memory capacity, and suggest new simulations to further refine our hypotheses. Our hope is that the optimal biophysical variables we identify will correspond with experimental values in the brain. Our approach is characteristic of what I believe is a unique and important contribution that physics and mathematics may offer biology: explanations for the functional role of biological mechanisms, rooted in arguments for their optimality. My strategy of pursuing research in both physics and neuroscience has provided me with unique insights into the brain, valuable experience with interdisciplinary collaborations, and clarity on my career goals. I would like to pursue a PhD followed by a professorship to continue my research and share my passion for discovery with eager young minds. Through collaborations with experimentalists and my training in physics and mathematics, I want to explore the links between biophysical mechanisms and their functional roles in neural computation. In addition to my research, I have pursued and excelled in several graduate courses in physics and mathematics and even picked up new analytic tools from other graduate departments, such as information theory and mathematical optimization. Concurrently, I have attained a significant knowledge of modern neuroscience through extracurricular study and research. Thus, I am confident in my choice of graduate research and in my preparation for pursuing it. Furthermore, I am confident that the University of Washington's physics program would be a great place for me to do so. I am attracted by the large community of faculty and students interested in biophysics and particularly interested in working with doctors Adrian Fairhall, Fred Reek, and Eric Shea Brown, each of whom I have contacted. As I prefer theoretical work closely coupled with ongoing experiments, I am especially interested in a project co-advised by Dr. Reek and either Dr. Fairhall or Drive Shea Brown. Two interests I might pursue with Drs. Fairhall and Reek are the roles of prediction and online algorithms in vision. In particular, to what extent does the prediction of common input patterns enable the visual system to increase processing speed and reduce energy expenditure? And how do the temporal demands of a visual task affect the processing of neural signals? Another possibility would be to study the interactions of adaptive mechanisms acting on different timescales, a topic on which I have recently submitted an NSF-GRFP research proposal, available upon request. With Drs. Shea Brown and Reek, on the other hand, I might seek an understanding of single neuron response variability, exploring the relative contributions due to input statistics, biological constraints, the exploitation of stochastic resonance, and other potential sources. Another potential focus of our collaboration could be the modulatory effect of persistent network activity on single neuron responses and the role of this modulation in neural computation. Though the research is my main attraction to UW, I would be remiss if I did not mention that I do my best thinking in the outdoors and welcome the opportunity to spend weekends hiking and mountaineering in the environs of Seattle. Statement of purpose. A friend first introduced me to STRATFOR early last fall when I was in the beginning stages of my final semester undergraduate thesis. I undertook the project of exploring the development of European security and defense policy and how dependence on Russian natural gas was undermining Europe's attempt at political cooperation. I chose to do 3 case studies of Germany, Italy, and Poland, examining their energy dependence and relations with Russia and their consequent contributions to ESDP. My friend, in an effort to help me with my thesis, emailed me one of your articles in which you discussed the possibility of Russia offering the Germans a security deal. I remember being very impressed with the succinct explanation of Germany's historical relations with Russia and NATO, and I appreciated the concise analysis of potential outcomes and scenarios if such a deal were to go through. Besides offering me a new and overarching perspective in which to begin my section on Germany, I was delighted to learn that there was such an organization right here in my hometown of Austin, Texas. In the fall of 2007, I decided to delay my May 2008 graduation by adding European Studies as a major to my almost completed government degree. I originally planned to receive my undergraduate degree and complete my teacher certification. But my recent summer travels in Europe had convinced me that I wanted to pursue a career in international relations. The European Studies major required me to study abroad and write the semester thesis I described above. I left for Freiburg, Germany in May 2008 to begin a European Union study abroad program. Throughout the summer, I took 2 classes focusing exclusively on the European Union's efforts to prepare the Balkan countries and Turkey for membership, including international relations and security issues. It also involved a 2-week excursion to Croatia, Bosnia, and Turkey where I met with journalists, government officials, parliament members, think tanks, and international organizations such as the OSCE to discuss membership goals and concerns. Needless to say, it was the experience of a lifetime, and my increased understanding of the European nations' complex relationships only instilled in me a further desire to learn more. My newfound love affair with geopolitical issues, especially in Europe, has only begun relatively recently, and I can't help but look for every opportunity to educate myself further. I took my new interest and enthusiasm with me to an interview with STRATFOR in March, where I soon discovered my research experience was limited when compared to the other applicants, all of whom had completed their master's degree or were in the process. But I still felt very confident with my broad geopolitical knowledge and instincts. I have since broadened my knowledge of the appropriate and applicable resources for the research you conduct at STRATFOR, in addition to reading George Friedman's book, The Next 100 Years. And though I have much to learn, I am incredibly eager to hone those research skills through an internship. Not only would I benefit personally from the skills I would acquire at STRATFOR, but they would also be an enormous benefit as I work to pursue a degree in international law. Since the time of my interview with STRATFOR earlier this year, financial necessity and a desire to stay in Austin has led me down a very different path in beginning my young career. I am currently working, through the Travis County Capital AmeriCorps program, as an after-school science instructor for at-risk youth at an AISD elementary school, as well as participating in a variety of mentoring and community programs throughout the Austin area. On top of this, I am taking a rigorous prep class for the December LSAT to help me achieve a score that would allow me to compete for a spot in a top 15 law school, of which I plan to attend in the fall of 2011. Thus, the challenges and work environment I face every day are very different from the ones I would experience with a STRATFOR internship. But I have easily and eagerly adapted to the commitment to service I have made, and I can assure you I would bring the same level of commitment every day to the STRATFOR office. And even though my original career path has taken a slight detour, I remain fixed on my goal of a career in international relations. My interest in geopolitical affairs may be in its infant stages, but I think my young, open and eager mind will fit very well for this internship. I am more than ready to dedicate myself to learning and absorbing as much as I can from the team at STRATFOR. I cannot think of a better place to begin my career in global affairs and intelligence analysis, and I look forward to having the opportunity to work as hard as I can for your team. My goal is to attend a well-respected university with a strong geology graduate program. I want to be involved in a program that will both provide and allow me the opportunity to grow, develop and be challenged in my understanding of a subject area that I feel is my niche. As such, I have selected University of California, Riverside as a top choice of graduate schools to which I am applying. My professional goals are twofold. I want to be employed in a leadership role where I make decisions in advancing geospatial technology within government, corporate and educational organizations. Earning a master's degree in geology will provide me with opportunities to broaden my geospatial analysis and problem-solving skills. It will also allow me to use additional resources and advanced tools and methods of data processing. My second goal is to teach at the university level to help students develop critical and spatial thinking skills. I believe as a master's level student, I will gain a focused expertise in areas of particular interest to then teach to students. Also, the process of earning a master's degree will allow me to work more closely with research faculty which, in turn, will help me build a foundation of essential skills for faculty-student interactions. In addition to these goals, I plan to continue my education by earning a doctorate degree in a field related to remote sensing and geospatial analysis. As I further my study at the graduate level, I plan to integrate remote sensing and GIS into spatio-temporal analysis for pre- and post-natural disaster and emergency management preparation. My current research project involves using these skills as I correlate high mountain snowpack levels with high flood stages in southeastern Idaho. As a benefit from this research, local government officials are better able to prepare for possible flooding hazards along major river channels. To help other researchers and policymakers benefit from this research, I recently presented a poster at the BYU Idaho Undergraduate Research Conference in December 2011 and will present at the Geological Society of America Conference in Albuquerque, New Mexico in May 2012. From this research experience, I have developed an interest in short and long-term effects on human sustainability. Specifically, I enjoy working on projects that explore how dynamics of physical geography, including geomorphic and climatological processes, influence how humans adapt to environmental change. Several geography faculty members, including Dr. Ryan Stevens, study similar topics and methods which would provide excellent learning experiences to help me use specific spatial analysis tools in my study. Dr. Stevens' work on optics and radar integration for land cover mapping aligns with my interest of developing and using remote sensing techniques in many different aspects of geology. I would enjoy working with him and his team to promote scientific research and tools to developing nations across the world. After careful consideration, I have selected to apply to the University of California, Riverside for 3 specific reasons which correlate with my goals of education and professional development. First, I feel the program's emphasis on student research will allow me to gain in-depth, hands-on experiences as I work one-on-one with professors well-versed in my areas of specialty. Second, I want to utilize the University of California, Riverside's government and international networking resources as I transition from graduate studies into a professional career. Third, the geology program allows for an interrelated field of study approach. Not only will I be involved in specialty area student research, but I will also gain a broader understanding of how other fields, such as geomorphology and climatology, affect change within geography, making me a better rounded geoscientist. Beginning my professional endeavors starts with a solid foundation of education and experience, both of which I will build as a geography graduate student at the University of California, Riverside.